Hey guys, it's me, Stephanie. Sorry it's been so while since the last time we chatted. I have been busy, and the other thing was that I wanted to come on here with some good news, because my channel is a bit of a bummer because, things with me medically are always a problem, and unfortunately they still are. Let's see. Since I've been on here last, we've gotten the virus here in the US, and so I have been staying at home since December. I think I've left the house like 4 or 5 times. That's Butters, sorry. That's because of my issues with hyperinflammation, and I have inflammatory arthritis, or seronegative rheumatoid arthritis. And so I'm on steroids, and unfortunately that has made me gain a lot of weight. But while that bothers me, like, it's not the worst thing. I don't move around a whole lot because I'm in pain often. So also related to the virus is that if I get it, there's a very good chance that I'm going to have a severe reaction to it. And I've been advised to self-isolate as much as I can, not just, quarantine in the house, but like be by myself because I can't risk getting it, which has made me pretty anxious, especially when I only leave the house to go to doctor's appointments, get blood drawn, or go to the hospital. So I have that. I have also had months and months and months worth of gastrointestinal issues. I've had diarrhea since April, and we can't figure out why or how to stop it. And that has been very stressful. Recently was in the hospital last week for a small bowel obstruction. This would be my 4th small bowel obstruction. Thankfully, they didn't have to do surgery on that. I just had a NG tube, which is terrible. I mean, I never expect anything to be a good time in the hospital, but that is definitely not a good time. I was in the hospital for 4 days. I'm trying to think what else. Oh, I got diagnosed with hypermobility type Ehlers-Danlos Syndrome. And basically that is a connective tissue disease. Well, it's a syndrome and there's no cure for it. Characteristics are being, super hypermobile. And, there's always been these things about me that were kind of my weird, tricks, like crossing one eye, or, my fingers bend way back, or, I've always been very flexible. And so that's a big part of it. But there's also stuff like slow digestion, which I have. I also have started having, my esophagus isn't swallowing the way it should. So food gets stuck, pills get stuck, and I choke and cough them out, which is also stressful. I have been diagnosed with colitis as regards to my diarrhea, but they think it's acute and not chronic. So we're trying to figure out, what's causing that and how to make it stop, because nothing's working. So I'll see my bariatric surgeon next week, because during some of the tests we found out that I've got a hiatal hernia. I also have an umbilical hernia, and I have 2 near my hip bones on each side. So that will probably end up being a surgery. It's on my mind because they are causing me pain. Otherwise, I'd probably just let them go as long as I could. What else has been going on with me? Aside from gaining weight on the steroids, and, I still have a hard time getting out of bed most days. When I stand up from sitting down or laying down, my heart rate increases like 40 to 50 beats. So we're going to be looking at that as well. So I guess the good news is that I do have some answers finally. I've got diagnoses, and they fit. It all makes sense. The problem is none of it is curable. So I'm just working with doctors for symptom management, and yeah, it's been a crazy, crazy year, and I'm ready for it to be over. I was telling my husband that we should have a big, well, I guess we can't have a big New Year's celebration because that wouldn't be too smart of me to have people over for a party. But I think there's a lot of people who can't wait for this year to be over with. And we have a lot of hope going forward. In 2021, things will be a little bit easier than this year was. I'm not sure. I don't think that I did do a update since we got a puppy. His name's Butters. He is a golden retriever. You heard him a little bit earlier, and he is just so sweet and so cute. We got him when we were on lockdown because I figured, well, everyone's home, might as well get a puppy because it's I don't always make the best decisions, but he's delightful. I think he's a wonderful addition. And yeah, it just reminds me that I never want to have another puppy, and I never, ever want kids again. It's like having a toddler, always having to take stuff out of their mouths and make sure they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. But I will say that having the dogs does bring joy to my life. Petting them and rubbing my hands through their fur feels good on days when my hands really hurt. So I don't regret it at all. I'm trying to think. I think that's about it. I don't really have a whole lot more to say other than I have an appointment with my PCP today, and we're going to talk about some of my lab results, some of my test results, and where we're going to go from here. I have really, really bad veins, and I'm a very hard poke, and when I do get a IV line, they don't last very long before the vein is racked. So I am thinking about asking if a port might be something that would do well for me, because I have to get weekly infusions of fluids, so I don't have to keep going to the hospital when I need them, because I'm just going to need them. The potty problems just don't stop. So, and then also having gastric bypass, I'm already at a deficiency with water because we only absorb about 50% of what we take in. So on good days, I'm running dehydrated. And so I'm having a lot of issues being able to keep up with the fluids. And when I have fluids, my body feels a lot better for a day or two. So, but because my veins break so easily, thinking of asking for a port, if that would be a good idea. I can show you, this is what happens to my veins. This is what happens to my veins when I get poked. You see, I'm running out of them. So if I have to go to the hospital in the next few days, they won't have many places to look. And on the feet is just not fun. So anyways, I miss this channel and I miss updating you guys. To be honest, when I'm not feeling well, which has been all the time, basically, I just don't have the energy to even hold up a camera and talk. And then maybe edit a video or upload it. It just takes so much time, and I really don't feel well. It's funny, I watched some videos of people who have chronic illness, and they're they basically chronicle every day, every appointment, every time they go to the hospital. And I was watching them for inspiration, if they can get through it, then I can too. But then I just don't know how they do it. Like, if I'm in the hospital, I am not turning on a camera and welcoming you all to my video, because I am bad enough to be at the hospital. So I'm not trying to judge them, but I do wonder how bad it is if you can record yourself during all those times. That's just me. And I shouldn't do that just because people with invisible illnesses should know that people can look fine and still be sick, but I don't know. I'm really just not feeling well when I am not recording. So anyways, I think that's it. I will try to update more, let you know if I have to have surgery on my hernias and anything else that pops up. I hope you're all well, and I hope everyone is staying safe and healthy, and I can't wait to talk to you guys again. Bye.